Hey everybody, this is Robin with Scaling Up, and I am here with Jacqui Johnson, one of our newest trainers for our Advanced Specialty Application Workshop on EMDR therapy protocols for early intervention and ongoing traumatic stress. Thank you, Jacqui, for joining us today. Today, we just want to talk about a few things about what people can expect when they're taking a training with you. So can you please take a couple of moments just to share a little bit about you and the work that you do in your community?
Yes. Hi. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm the founder and clinical director of Sankofa Healing Studio here in Philadelphia. And what we do is really center Black mental health and wellness, where the specialty is really around trauma. How do we create these supportive spaces for people to be able to process and grow after experiencing some traumatic experiences. The work that I do is really centered within somatic practices, really understanding how trauma lives in our bodies and being able to do more than talk about it, but to actually address the trauma that's stored in our bodies. And for us, that looks like so many different things. But one of the things that we really specialize in is looking at incarceration. How does incarceration and the carceral system in general impact mental health and wellness? And that can take so many different forms, but really looking at structural racism that's peppered within our systems, and ancestral historical traumas, childhood, very complex traumas and PTSD.
Yeah. So really going in deep with all the things that impact folks in your community. I think that's wonderful. That provides a lot of perspective and experiences when folks are working with you. So what are some things that you want folks to know about your training style?
So my training style is that we're going to always have fun. Um, I love to have fun. There's always going to be music involved. I'm a hip hop therapist, so I believe, and an art therapist and play therapist. So I believe in incorporating all of those things, all of the things that are holistic. It's always going to be collaborative. All questions are welcomed. If I don't have answers to questions, I'm going to tell you I don't have the answer to the question. And I'll do some research on it, right? Because we're consistently learning. I'm not coming in as the expert. I'm coming in as a person who is always curious. Like, I have information that I know that's been shared with me that I want to share with others, but I also want to learn from everyone that I'm interacting with. And that's how we really do communal healing, by being able to share information. So, but definitely tons of fun, tons of information, and probably tons of analogies. I love to do any trainings and interactions I do with people to make it make sense. Sometimes we get caught up with all the academia and some of the big words, and it can become very overwhelming, not just for our clients, but for us as clinicians. So when we make it relevant to our own life experiences, to the populations that we work with, we're able to engage it in a different way. And we're able to connect with each other in a very different way as well.
Yeah. So you already kind of went into this a little bit, but what else can people expect from their training or learning experience with you outside of all of those things with regard to your style? But what are some things that they can, expect that help them to prepare for, signing up for a training event with you?
Ooh, repeat the question, because so I make sure
Yeah.
I'm answering it the way that you're asking it.
Absolutely. What are some other things that folks can expect of their training and learning experience with you?
Okay. Really being able to, I guess, embrace and embody these amazing protocols that Dr. Nacho has developed over the years, that we know work. And really being able to have real tangible conversations about how to apply them. So oftentimes we go into trainings and we learn all this information, but we're really not sure of, okay, but how does it work with my community? How does it work within my offices and the ways that I practice? And that's something that I am very, very conscious and intentional about, to make sure that everyone walks away with information that's not just new information, but that new information that can be immediately immediately applied to their practice.
Yeah, yeah. So not just being overwhelmed with all the information and not knowing how to begin using it ASAP, but a sense of like, okay, I know what the next steps are, even if that means I need to talk with some more people or I need to shift a couple of things around to begin using it. I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's always, additional consultations and conversations that we just do within community. And I think that that is what takes the academia and the research and really makes it real life tangible information that can be used to hold space for our clients.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. How do you hope your training participants will feel upon completion of the training?
I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel empowered. I want them to feel that they were seen and they were heard and that the questions that they asked were answered. I want people to feel that they're walking away, just with this inspiration. Right, this inspiration. I'm all about community spaces, and really holding space, not sessions. So I'm really hoping that that participants walk away, right, with this just incredible sense of community. Right. So it's not just about learning the information, but it's really about the connection that we create while learning the information. So yeah, I want people to walk away with the knowledge, but also with maybe a new found set of community as well.
Yes, yes. And I just want to confirm that you are not just about it, you're like so good at it. I still feel connected to the group of people that we were with in Philly during the training in April. So, yep, community, a sense of community, knowing who, to talk to, like, oh, I remember this person from this training. I'm going to reach out because we really bonded over this, or we really connected, or I felt a sense of connection with this person. I'm going to keep that going. So that's definitely an element that you really bring in to the spaces that you're in, which I really appreciate for sure.
Thank you.
Yes. So we're going to switch gears for a second. What are two things that are bringing you joy right now?
Food.
Yes.
Food brings me joy. And as I think about it, food in so many different ways, right? So food is nourishment. So being nourished brings me joy, whether it's actual food or informational food, or just that nourishment that just feels good for the soul, with connection, love, love, love. Also anything within the creative umbrella. So I love play, I love art, I love music. I really, really love the idea of being able to bring holistic spaces into our mental health practices. And that always brings me joy, to really be able to show up as my full authentic self.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Is there anything else that you want folks to know before we go?
Sign up.
Yes.
Right. This is amazing, absolutely amazing. If you have any clients that have especially ongoing traumatic stress, looking at ways that you can incorporate a stepped care approach to working with your clients who may be really dealing with some significant traumas and overwhelming somatic experiences, this training really does support that. I use it with the groups that I work with behind the walls, with incarcerated individuals, within reentry spaces. I use this in the community with community violence and people who have been on both sides, of either being harmed or doing harm. Our communities are suffering. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. But we have this incredible tool that really centers joy. It centers joy by kind of being able to release some of that heavier, not so good experiences, and making room for us to experience connection in a very different way. So yeah, that's really the thing. So anyone who is struggling with your, trying to figure out what do I do and what's the best way, come to this training and you will see, it's like I said, it's absolutely amazing. And it really does center autonomy of the client as well.
Yes, absolutely. It does. Yes. Thank you. For anyone that wants to learn more about Jacqui and the trainings that she has coming up, please visit our website, which is scalingupemdr.com. Thank you, Jacqui, again for sharing your time and presence with us today, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks. See you soon.
Bye.